Hello, ladies and gents, and welcome back to another episode of Dark Souls. Last time we explored Firelink a little bit, got a bunch of weapons, and we began our journey. And we made it to the Undead Burg, where we met a very rude merchant, but he sold us some pants. And actually, with those pants, it's made us a little too heavy to do the normal roll we do, so I think this is a good opportunity to talk about equipment load. So if you go here, you're going to see your stats, HP, stamina, and equipment load. You're going to see ours is 16.6 out of 51. So what does that mean? The way your movement, your rolling, and your stamina regeneration in this game is determined on your equip load percentages. Like kind of like attunement, there's brackets of if you're under this percentage, you have a fast roll. If you're in this percentage range, you have a medium roll, and then you have a fat roll. I don't think I can get up to fat roll right now because I don't have the armor. You know what I'm going to go do? I'll be right back. I'm going to grind souls. I'm going to buy the chain armor so I could show this off entirely. Hey guys, it's Ricky from editing here, and you may be wondering what is going on and why I paused the video here. Well, this is actually a special occurrence that can happen sometimes when you're fighting enemies. If you look in our upper left corner, and if you kind of look at the souls around, you'll see like usually just white souls that get absorbed into us, but you'll see like little specks of black, and you'll notice that our counter in the upper left hand corner went up by 1. Essentially what happened is we absorb the humanity from an enemy. Sometimes enemies will have humanities of their own. And instead of getting it in the item form like we did the rat, you will be getting it in our counter. It's just something that happens throughout the adventure. There's no real rhyme or reason why it happens. It's just kind of like getting a drop. It's pretty cool. And it's funny how it happened here in my little grind time. Oh my god. Better pants. Yes. Oh, this is so much better. It's not really much better at all. Yeah, it's actually a whole lot worse. But we're gonna rock them. Yeah, this 5-second clip is about all we're gonna show this item. Alright, and we're back and we got our armor. So, a proper explanation. If you are under 25% of your equip load, I think it is, you will do a fast roll. Fast rolls are the most optimal kind of roll that you can do normally. I say normally because there is a certain something you can do to make your roll a little different. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it though. This is the roll you want to use if you're going to primarily dodge attacks. If you are new at the game or you just feel uncomfortable against a certain enemy, using a shield and armor is definitely a way to go, and you should not like feel any kind of way about it. If you go between, I think it's 25 and 50% of your equip load, you'll do this slower roll. This roll's still good. You can definitely still dodge attacks with this, not as nicely, but it is a way to it is definitely a fair middle ground between a little bit more armor and a little bit heavier of a weapon maybe, and a still decent roll. This is why I told you not to get this armor. It is the ugliest thing in the world. But if you are between 25 and, or not 25, 50% and I think 100%, I think this is the fattest range, you'll do this really ugly fat roll. If you're doing this, you might as well not be rolling. It's better to just take attacks face value and just deal your own damage back. That's essentially the playstyle you're going for when you start wielding a lot of armor. We are gonna... I think we're gonna still prioritize the rolling. Actually, you know what? No, we're not gonna use this Y hand anymore. We're gonna use the Morning Star because we didn't really get to show that off. We're gonna go. Yep, we're gonna go Morning Star with the chain leggings. That way we have protection, and we get to show off another weapon. And with all of that out of the way, on this episode of Dark Souls, we are going to... Okay. We are going to be going farther in the Undead Burg and hopefully finding the first Tower of Awakening. So let us head over this bridge. I have no idea why that enemy aggroed on me from so far away. Come through here though. It's supposed to be an ambush of 3 enemies all at once, but Buddy saw me and I guess wanted to fight me from across the map. This guy died before he even opened the door. But it is a-okay. We go through here. We have a little tight corridor. And as you can see, the Morningstar is still really good. The Morningstar is one-hitting everything still. Doesn't have the range of the Zweihander, but it's a smaller, quicker weapon. If you come in here and loot this chest, you get some black fire bombs. These are stronger fire bombs. This was actually the gift you could have received if you wanted to do the Demon Greyhammer method. You come up here. I need to... You know what? I need to use my shield. I actually can use this now. As you can see, we do a whole... Shield. Oh my god. Ricky, don't die 5 minutes into the episode, please. Okay. We're back. We're good. Anyway, I don't even remember what I was saying. Hold on. Let me recollect my thoughts. Alright, after killing all of them, back to what I was saying. If we one-hand the Morningstar, it does a whole lot less damage, but we get the use of a shield. That is just that's the strength multiplier I was pretty much talking about. Right now, we have our 16 strength. We two-handed though, it's thinking we have 24 strength. So that's just the sheer damage difference that stat can offer. Alright, so we're gonna head over. I don't think there's anything there. Nah, there's not anything over there. Alright, so we're done over there. We're going to head up here. We're going to go to this door. And we're going to use the residence key that we bought from the merchant last episode to go through here and open this chest. This is going to give us some gold pine resin. Gold pine resin is it's essentially an equip item. You use it to temporarily boost the damage of your weapon. It is very, 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 very strong. I would only use it against bosses and a select few bosses. I'm going to show it off against this next boss up here, but honestly, I would not waste it on this next boss we're about to fight because I still believe this boss is in the tutorial-ish type of bosses. Oh, I think that's our first poorly shown backstab because of the camera, but that's essentially what a backstab is. But if we go up here, instead of going up here, we're going to make a detour down here. And up there is a Black Knight. Now, this is a very dangerous enemy. This is probably the true boss we're going to fight. Normally, you would probably not be able to kill him, but with the use of backstab fishing and just constantly going for backstabs, we're going to be able to kill him. Essentially, the method is keep your shield up. This is why Ow. This is why it's really important to have a 100% physical blocking shield because, as you can see, we just take no damage. We have to worry about our stamina. You want to drop your guard whenever the knight isn't attacking you. Let's get him over. Over here's a little bit more open. Alright. So you pretty much just want to circle around him. Not fail like I am. Really try to avoid the shield bash because the shield bash is what's going to take all your endurance away. Tank the stabs and just keep circling them and just keep on smacking at his back and trying to get those backstabs. With the Morningstar, it actually isn't a bad idea just to smack him normally because of the bleed buildup. And bleed will do pretty good damage to him if you can get that to proc. I'm going to see if I can show it off here. And not die. Wow, I actually staggered him. You should not. Wow, this Morning Star is at. There you go. See right there, the bleed pro. Oh wow, we got a Titanite chunk. I guess this is an awkward time to talk about upgrade materials. That is an upgrade material. We will not be able to use that for a long time because that's a later game upgrade material. We're gonna be getting some earlier game ones, probably late or probably in the next episode. But upgrading your weapons is single-handedly the most important thing I feel in this game. I almost feel like it's more important than dead end. I almost feel like it's a little more important than leveling up in some instances because the damage increase you get from upgrading your weapons is so monumental. So let's heal up real quick before we head up here. Go up here. And let's see if we can roll through. Nope. So when you see that barrier, you're supposed to turn around and run and try to get back. I tried to roll through it and be cool, but we just didn't have luck there. Go up here. This door will be locked. If you have the master key, you can go down there and fight a really powerful enemy. We are going to be fighting him later, though. Should probably heal up again. And let's head up here. Actually, I think there's a thingy. I know there's a thingy here. Maybe it's up one more. There it is. This is a crystal lizard. These are pretty rare enemies in the game. What they will try to do is run away from you. As you can see right here, they'll keep on running and eventually burrow away if you can't kill them fast enough. And when you kill them, you will get really good. Oh wow, you'll get really good Titanite drops. If you somehow let them get away, don't worry. Just quit out the game and restart, and they'll respawn exactly where you found them. And now we are here. Before we go through this fog wall, let's put on that golden pine resin. We'll throw on the fire bombs too. Why not? We're gonna head through this door. And for new Souls players, just kind of remember the layout of this room. For vets know what this is about to be. Before we start, we're gonna go over here. I'm going to climb up this ladder. We're going to take care of these guys first and foremost so they don't shoot us in the back while we try to take a leisurely walk across the bridge. I'm just surprised he like sidestepped that so perfectly. Oh my god, I need to use my shield. Why do I not use my shield? I almost rolled off too. And I almost got stabbed to my death. Alright. Oh god, that's heavy. Crop top, anyone? Alright. No Estus flask. We'll be good, we'll be good, we'll be good. So we head over here, we start running across the bridge. And we come face to face with the second boss of this game, the Taurus Demon. Now, what you want to do is you want to run back here. If you remember anything from your Asylum Demon fight, you'll know that high ground is good. So we come up here, you want to quickly buff your weapon. And you want to be quick about this because he will jump up here and come after you if you're not fast. And then you want to plunge attack him, do a lot of his HP. And as you can see, the golden pine resin really just makes this weapon super powerful. If you kind of stay in between his legs, he doesn't really do much to you. We were actually in one hit range there for the most part of that fight. But again, stay up close to him and just smack him away. If you use your golden pine resin, he's kind of a pushover. He also drops the Demon Great Axe, which is again another strength weapon early on in the game. I think you need 46 strength to wield this one. It kind of like the Demon Great Hammer, has a little bit different of a moveset, but all in all it does the same thing. It's a big hammer, you use it to smash your enemies. If you get it early on, maybe you should be a strength build. If not, don't worry about it. There's other ways to get it. We head over here. And we meet a heroic figure.
Ah, hello. You don't look hollow, far from it. I am Solaire of Astora, an adherent of the Lord of Sunlight. Now that I am undead, I have come to this great land, the birthplace of Lord Gwyn, to seek my very own son. You find that strange? Well, you should. No need to hide your reaction. I get that look all the time. Oh, aha. So I didn't scare you. I have a proposition, if you have a moment. The way I see it, our fates appear to be intertwined. In a land brimming with hollows, could that really be mere chance? So what do you say? Why not help one another on this lonely journey? This pleases me greatly. Well then, take this. We are amidst strange beings in a strange land. The flow of time itself is convoluted, with heroes centuries old phasing in and out. The very fabric wavers, and relations shift and obscure. There's no telling how much longer your world and mine will remain in contact. But use this to summon one another as spirits, cross the gaps between the worlds, and engage in jolly cooperation. Of course, we are not the only ones engaged in this, but I am a warrior of the sun. Spot my summon signature easily by its brilliant aura. If you miss it, you must be blind. Oh, hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent.
Alright. So, I think we might have actually just made a friend who's not an a-hole. This is Solaire. Essentially, he is God. What he gave us is the white sign soapstone. The white sign soapstone is what your multiplayer is in the game. So what you would do, you'd put your sign down, and then someone who's a human in their world that's in your level range can see your sign. They'll check your sign, and they would summon you. To see other people's summon signs, you have to be a human and you have to be in their level range. I'm going to put up the brackets for the level ranges in post editing so you can see it more clearly, because I couldn't even hope to explain the formula that they use to do it. So heading onward, we're going to head across this bridge, and we want to run across this place really quick because we're almost dead and we don't want to get caught by something unexpected. The fact that I'm still alive is a miracle. As you could probably surmise, that our friend the dragon is back. If you come down here though and you climb down this ladder, you will see that we have a shortcut back to this first bonfire. We're gonna rest here. Let's use these souls. Let's get our vitality up, because we have had a lot of close cases already so far. And we're gonna head back up this ladder, because now it's time to show off a really cool weapon that we can get early on in this game. So we head up back through here. This is also another really good soul farm. You can just come up here, let the dragon kill all the enemies, you get the souls, and just rinse and repeat. So this dragon guards this bridge. He does not really come down for much. What we want to do is we want to equip our short bow. Can I not use this? I'll be right back. Alright, and we're back. So, what we want to do is we want to equip our bow, equip those arrows we bought, and then we want to run back down here. We want to go to the underneath of the bridge, and we want to stand... Do we want to stand up here? We want to stand up here. So you're going to come to the side here, you're going to look at his tail. You're going to find a sweet spot. You're going to shoot it. He's going to go up on the bridge, he's going to throw a little temper tantrum, and he's going to fly back, and you're going to rinse and repeat. The dragon is the first instance of cuttable tails. Some bosses will have. That was a horrible shot. Let's try to go a little bit lower where I can get a little bit fatter of a sweet spot maybe. I don't have a lot of arrows to play around with, but we should have more than enough. There we go. Okay, so he has a cuttable tail. What this is some enemies have cuttable tails. When you cut them, you'll get certain weapons specific to whatever enemy it is you're cutting. Essentially, you're just going to be sitting here shooting arrows, watching him run around, or turn around, fly back up, and just sit back on his little perch thinking he's all big and bad. So, I am going to cut away until we cut off his tail, because we are going to be here for a little bit. You know, it's pretty bad that when you sit here long enough, you count how many steps he takes, which is 4, and you count how many seconds it takes to fire the next arrow, which is 12. So, if you want a tip, just count 12 seconds in your head, and that's usually about where you want to go, or you want to be when you're shooting your next arrow. Shoot, fly, step, 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 fly back, draw back bow, shoot arrow, repeat. I am slowly losing my humanity. Oh, and there it is. After you shoot his tail off so many times, you know, I'll recount that in editing, because when I picked Deprived, I told you guys I enjoy suffering, and I can't think of anything worse than recounting me shooting arrows at a dragon not moving for about 5-10 minutes. But I'm going to do that for you guys because I love you guys. Anyway, what we got is the Drake Sword. This is the most overpowered early game weapon. I'm going to show it for this little area coming up here, and I'm never going to use it again. So as you can see, it does basically the amount of damage as our Y-hander as a one-handed curved sword, which swings a lot faster. If you press the right trigger, you use a special attack, which did absolutely nothing, but it shoots off this little shockwave thing. It's pretty cool. It uses a lot of the durability though, so you can only use it a couple of times before you have to repair your weapon. That might actually be a good use for the repair powder if you want to get a little bit of that. This weapon is very, very powerful too, so it's definitely a good weapon to use if you're new. But again, I would stay away from it the same reason I'd stay away from sorceries. It's kind of ruin your first playthrough. If we head up here, we're actually going to get to the area we're going to get to a little bit of a different way. I just wanted to show off the complete underneath of this bridge. So we're going to run back to our friendly dragon now. That he's tailless, and I'm sure he's just absolutely loving life right now. So we're going to head up here. Ow. Alright, we're going to head up here. We're going to equip our bow again because, as you can see, every time we shot him with the bow, he came down. We can't run by him now because he's just going to breathe fire on us. So if we shoot him with the bow, he should come down, which he comes down. And now you want to make a mad sprint for the other side. Oh, no. Oh, God. This is going to be bad. This is going to end bad. Come on, please, 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 please. Whew. Alright, we made it. Let's rest of the bonfire. Hurry up, please, hurry up. Alright, and we are good. So, now that we rested at this bonfire, the dragon will fly away. If we go to the other side of that bridge, he will respawn. But for now, we don't have to worry about him. So, let's go get our loot that we ran by. And I promise I'm not going to use this weapon much. I'm actually going to be using it a lot less than you think, because if we come here and pick this up, this is the Claymore. This is a beautiful early game quality weapon. What quality means is it scales not only in strength but in dex, so you want to keep your levels very similar to each other. This is the weapon I have chosen to kind of main through the early part of this game. There is another weapon that I kind of want to turn this build into for, but for I'd say about 70% of this game, we're going to be using this claymore here. We are going to be showing off a couple of other weapons, but this claymore is just so versatile. It's such a good looking weapon. It has range, it has staggerability. It's pretty fast for a great sword in my opinion. It has this poke. I love this poke. This poke is so good. It's just an overall really good weapon. It's a Souls classic. It's in every single Souls game. It's good in every single Souls game, and I don't see a reason not to use it. So, on that note, I think what we're going to do is go ahead and open this gate to the next area. And I think we're going to call it an episode here. We beat the Taurus demon, we outsmarted the dragon, cut off his tail to get the Drake's sword, we got the better sword in the Claymore, and we made it to this bonfire with a little bit more to do, but just a little later on. Next episode, we're going to keep going farther into Undead Burg and hopefully find that first Tower of Awakening. My name is Ricky, and I hope y'all enjoyed.